What's up everyone? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your own DIY pin binder, and as you can see I am obsessed with Disney pins. This isn't even all of them, but I just wanted something for my house so that it would just make it easier for me to look through my pins, to maybe switch out some pins on my pin board. Maybe if I get pins throughout the year, you know, just have them somewhere to be put. Something that's really wrong with my system right now is as I get pins, I just kind of throw them in my closet or where the rest of my pins are, and they're kind of forgotten about until I make another pin video. But I really wanted to change that, and I wanted to get more organized with my pins and just see what my whole collection looks like. So all you will need for this tutorial is a binder, some foam, a Sharpie, a ruler, a hole puncher, and a pair of scissors. Before I jump into doing this tutorial, I just want to say that this binder is specifically made to just kind of stay at your house. I wouldn't really say it's great for traveling, just because it's not really super padded, and especially if you were to take it on an airplane, I don't think a lot of the pins would survive. So yeah, this is just kind of meant to stay at home, but there was no tutorial like this. I decided to make one for other people like me who don't take their pins to the parks or to fan expos and pin trade officially. That is the main reason why I'm making this tutorial, but I will make sure to include some links down below that actually look like genuine Disney pin books. The ones that Disney make range from, I believe, $30 to $45. But this literally only costed me about $20, and that's including shipping and handling and everything like that. So I think that this is a really good solution, especially if you're trying to save some money. So let's just hop right into it. Start out by opening your foam and take out as many pieces as you think that you'll need. It all depends on what foam and binder you're using, but I'm using 9x12 foam, and the binder is about 11.5 by 11.5. I didn't want anything hanging over the edges, so that's how I cut it. This is when using the Sharpie and ruler comes in handy. I just eyeballed it because I'm not a perfectionist, but I just marked on the Sharpie where exactly I wanted it to be cut and hole punched. Putting the Sharpie right underneath the binder rings really worked out well for me. It was the perfect distance and placement, and I didn't have to change anything about it. Then, once you have everything marked, you can cut your foam. I cut it a little bit crooked at first, but this clip is me fixing it, so I wouldn't exactly eyeball this, but once you cut it, I suggest that you just lay it back in the binder and make sure that it's the exact length that you wanted, and it's what I wanted, so then I continue to hole punch it. And after, you can repeat it as many times as you need. If you didn't want to buy a hole puncher, you definitely could just punch the foam straight through the rings, but I wanted it to be a nice circle instead of just a bunch of scratches on the foam. Before I moved on to doing other pieces of foam, I just made sure that the first piece of foam fit nicely and it laid down flat in the binder, and it did. To speed up the process, I just took the first piece of foam that I did and copied it onto the other ones. So they were all the same length, and all of the holes where the hole punch was is the exact same. For whatever reason, some of my foam had different length than other ones, so keep that in mind. If you want it to be really precise, you could trim it. But I decided that as long as there was nothing over the edges, then it wasn't that big of a deal. In case you've never seen one of my pin videos before, I'll make sure to include some in the iCard and in the description. But this is where I keep all of my pins that aren't on my pin board, and hold on, this is terrifying. Like, look at how disgusting this is. This is mostly of, like, all of the pin cards from these pins, and, like, a bunch of trading pins, and just, it's just a mess, and it's really annoying to have to go through because there are a bunch of, like, pins on the bottom that I've traded for. So this is the main reason why I wanted a pin book, just so that I could actually look through my pins without having a mental breakdown while going through this. So yeah, I just thought that this was important to share. Holy cow. So this is what a completed page will look like. It actually works really nicely. The only thing is that I think our hole puncher is a little bit messed up because the rings on this are like really close. So it's kind of hard to just pick up. So I would probably suggest either hole punching it twice, or, you know, maybe you can find a hole puncher that is like one for a binder where it like goes into it. I'll put a picture. But yeah, so I'm really happy with how it turned out. The only reason why I don't have more pages done is just because I have to go, well, I don't have to, but I want to go through my pin board and kind of put pins in my binder that like I don't necessarily need on here. But all of those will be included in my pin board video that I'm going to be filming in hopefully 2 to 3 weeks. It just takes me such a long time, so I need to like set aside a lot, so I'll need to get ahead with schoolwork and whatnot. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it's a really cost-effective way to store your pins, and it's really quick and easy, and hopefully it's very functional, and hopefully the foam just kind of holds up a little bit. So please make sure to like and subscribe down below for more pin videos. Like I said just before, I am going to be doing a whole new pin board video, which I'll have a bunch of my pin related videos linked in the iCard and in the description. But yeah, so I'm also going to be posting an update on my DIY pin book, if it works, how durable is it, any tips and tricks that I have in the next few weeks to give you guys. But yeah, so hopefully you guys were able to kind of follow my steps and understand what I was trying to get across. But I think it works out perfectly, and it turned out just how I wanted it. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and bye!